So you'll have to excuse the camera quality. It's a burner phone, if you will, but I figured I'll show you my bed space. So you get a nice little amount of space. Keep all your kit in. Generally it's army issue bedding, but we're allowed to have our own. In terms of space, get yourself a nice little desk. More than enough space to fit all of your kit on. You get a 4 chest of drawers, which is of a decent-ish size. So I just keep essential stuff up top of there. And then you get 4 of those, so that's random stuff, socks, and then boxes and underwear. In some blocks you might get a chair that's cushioned, but in mine, I've got to put my pillow on it to make it a little bit more comfortable. More than enough space to set up my laptop and everything, which is quite nice. You get yourself 3 sets of drawers, which I like to keep my stuff on. Fit your towels and whatnot. You get 2 underside storage things. So if you want to hide anything in there, you can do. Or you want to keep anything storage, you can do in there. You of course have the space under your bed, which you can stuff stuff in. I keep my ironing board down there. Keep it handy for good use. Get yourself a bedside table. Plenty of space to put stuff on. Get an underside little hidey hole for your bed, and then you get a little underside bedside cabinet as well. In terms of plugs, there's normally 4 plugs per bed space, so I've got 2 behind my bed, and then I have a further 2 underneath this set of shelves. And then for lockers and personal clothing storage, so I have one little locker under there that I keep a small set of clothes in because I like to live minimalistically. And then another set of lockers that you can keep all your jackets in and whatnot, and whatever else you fancy keeping in there. And then inside here, you've got another cabinet that you can keep all your military stuff in, but I don't have a lot of it because I'm leaving shortly. And then you have a big locker to keep all of your, all your green kit, your twos, your shirts, your whatever. Then you get 4 drawers. Well, it'll either be a cross section of wood, so it's like 1 shelf and 2, creating 4 little hidey holes. But in this scenario, it's just 4 sets of drawers. Mostly nothing else gets kept in there apart from green kit and whatever locker organization layout the organization want you to have. But I'm lucky enough to be near the end of my course where we don't really have to follow that anymore. So that is it in terms of bed space. As a whole, it's more than enough space for me to do my stuff. Block life has many downsides, but the bed space kind of isn't one of them. It's generally okay. Now onto the evolutions and how else we live and what else we have to live. In terms of evolutions, you generally get 4 sinks that are well maintained, small radiator, 2 toilets, good old showers. I'm 6'2.5", so you know my head fits way above there, but generally speaking, size-wise, they're okay. 2 showers with varying levels of pressure, depends where you're at. 2 hand dryers to dry your hands. Then you get a bath. I generally never take baths because I don't trust it. I only have a bath in my own bath. In terms of living and cooking, drying rack as well, if you want to hang up your stuff. In terms of cooking, I'll show you in a sec. In terms of cooking, we only really have microwaves and a trusty kettle, and then you have generally a number amount of fridges and shelves to keep all your stuff in. I never use these because I prefer my food in my own room because people love stealing food and I pay far too much for that stuff as it is. 2 sinks, which generally function rather well. Drawers and whatnot to keep whatever you want in. I don't keep anything in there personally. 2 bins and 4 sofas, as well as a big old TV. For the days of when you're early on course and you want to all chill in the common room. But for me personally, I like to stick to my own stuff because generally I tend to don't really give a shit. Decent sized space, you want to prep anything, just make sure you can either microwave it or bring your own, bring your own hot plate that you can keep on there and keep in your room. But for the most part, this really does the job. I mean, I need to have dinner soon anyways, but it generally tends to keep people going. And it's all we have, so we ain't got much of a choice, not unless you go scoff house. In terms of washing up, as in washing and drying your clothes, You generally tend to have a number of washing machines and washers. In one block we have 5 of each, and in the other one we have like 10. It all depends on where you're at and what the facilities are like. So, bog standard, wash machines and whatnot. Is mine finished yet? No, it's not. Sinks to wash out your kit. If your kit gets dirty on exercise and whatnot, you want to come back and clean it in here, you can do. And then you get plenty of storage space. Well, not storage space, but you get plenty of space to hang and dry your stuff. Tends to take a little while, but it does the job. There is, how many? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 slots to dry your stuff. In here, if your plugs aren't working in the room, which is a common occurrence, you can come in here and have one of the many ironing boards people have abandoned, as well as general cleaning supplies and whatnot. And then for personal kit storage that you don't want to have in your room, we have this. So we have a number of cages. I'm not going to show any of the, or try and show you any of the panels because they have people's service numbers and names and whatnot on there. But generally, these tend to keep things pretty safe. Lock it with a locker, and that's about it. Really, we don't have much, but we have enough to get by.